So now it's time to hit the picket lines across the country. It's time to show the companies we are united and we are fired up and we are ready for a record contract.
Well, guys, let's take a look at what the UAW wants and how I feel that the UAW President Shawn Fain has run amok and are just asking for much too much. I'm here at the Stellantis Assembly Complex in Toledo, Ohio. Shawn Fain was elected in March of 2023 after defeating the incumbent Ray Curry. So let's take a look at what Shawn Fain's salary is. The most recent data available on Fain's salary with the UAW is from 2022, prior to his election as president, according to the U.S. Labor Department. Last year, Fain earned $106,130 as an administrative assistant for the union. The union filing shows. Prior UAW President Raymond Curry earned $267,126 that year, if adding in bonuses and other benefits. At the UAW, President Shawn Fain is expected to make the same amount in annual compensation as his predecessor, Ray Curry, according to labor experts. A spokesman for the UAW would not verify Fain's compensation when asked to do so by the Detroit Free Press. According to the UAW's constitution, the president of the union receives a salary that is equal to 110% of the highest hourly rate. Now there goes by some people. Equal to 110% of the highest hourly rate paid by any employer to any member of the union. This means that Fain's salary is based on the highest wage rate negotiated by the UAW with any of its employees, such as General Motors, Ford, Stellantis, or other companies. As of 2023, the highest hourly rate paid by any employee to any UAW member is $36.50, which is the top wage for skilled trade workers at GM. Therefore, Fain's salary at UAW as UAW president is $36.50 times 110%, or $40.15 per hour, or $83,512 per year, assuming a 40-hour work week and 52 weeks a year. However, this is not the only source of income for Fain. As president of the UAW, he also receives various allowances and benefits, such as travel expenses, housing allowance, and car allowance, health insurance, pension plan, and other perks. According to the UAW's financial report filed with the Labor Department in 2022, the latest year available, the total compensation for Ray Curry, who was then the president of the union, was $212,213. This included his salary, $83,512, allowances, $86,701, and other distributions, $42,000. Assuming that Fain receives a similar level of compensation as Curry did in 2022, we can estimate that Fain's total income as UAW president 2023 is around $212,000. So let's take a look at what the Shawn Fain, UAW President, is requesting of the big three. They want an end of wage years, which actually I found out the UAW agreed to. They want more paid time off to include only a 32-hour work week, but still get paid for 40 hours worth of pay. Really? Unbelievable. Just wait and see what will happen to the price of cars. Restoration of traditional defined benefit pensions for new hires who now only get a 401 style retirement plan. Well, you know what? Join the rest of the world. Return of COLA, or the cost of living adjustment. So not only will they get the regular raises, they're going to get cost of living as inflation goes up. So isn't that nice? I saw one thing here that says a 36% pay increase across a 4-year contract, but then I've seen 40. So they want a heck of a increase over 4 years. In fact, I heard that GM was going to give them 21% with a 10% effective the first year, and they declined that. I'll take that. Believe me, I would take that. They want more job protections, including the right to strike over plant closings. But you know what? I've had a place close that I worked at, a tool and die shop, and I'll tell you what, it happens. And companies are just going to start doing without people. I mean, I don't know how you can stop that, you know. It's unfortunate, but are you going to strike if a plant closes? Ridiculous. And it says a significant increase to current retiree pensions as well as retiree health care coverage.
Put in some perspective, the offer that they have, what they're demanding relative to where you are right now, how much damage would that do to the bottom line if you were to say, sure, we'll give you 40%?
If we signed up for the UAW's request, instead of making money and distributing $75,000 in profit sharing in the last 10 years, we would have lost $15 billion and gone bankrupt by now. The average pay would be nearly $300,000 fully fringed for a 4-day work week. There is no way.
Per employee, per UAW employee.
Yeah. This is our fully tenured school teacher in the U.S. makes $66,000. Someone from the military or fireman makes mid-50,000. This is 4 or 5 times, 6 times what they make.
And these are just a few of the things that I found, and probably the major things that they want to do, the UAW, to destroy this country even further than what Joe Biden's already done. And if you don't think the price of cars are going to skyrocket, you're crazy. Found this for Sunday, September 17th, 2023. United Auto Workers President Shawn Fain said Sunday that the union is rejecting an offer from one of the big three automakers for a 21% wage increase as auto workers for Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler parent company Stellantis went on strike Friday. Chrysler parent Stellantis said Saturday it had put a cumulative 21% wage increase on the table with an immediate 10% increase upon a formal agreement. What did this doorknob say? Fain said the union has asked for 40% pay increases to match the average pay increases of the CEOs and at the three top companies in recent years. Well, here's the deal there, Fain. Maybe what these auto workers need to do is study how the CEOs rose to that top position and do the work involved and stop complaining, because you don't get to those positions without a whole lot of work.
Likely outcome is a 20 to 25% wage increase. Very inflationary. But here's the killer on this deal. The union wants a reduction in the work week down to 32 to 34 hours. We cannot do that to America. We would be so unproductive, so uncompetitive in this sector. We would get slaughtered by our competitors if we did that. And remember, we're just dealing with Detroit here. We've also got competition domestically with Tesla going on here. So you really can't, if you actually reduce the work week to 32 to 34 hours, you're talking about 50, 60% increase in costs. The industry can't do it. it will go bankrupt yet again.
Yeah, they're
so
talking.
I don't know how this is going to play out, but somebody's got to understand these are no can-do deals.
Further, he said, first off, labor costs are about 5% of the cost of the vehicle. They could double our wages and not raise the price of the vehicles and still make billions of profits. Oh, really? Let me tell you something. The stockholders want profits. Anytime you take off another 5%, double it and make it 10%, they're going to increase the price of the car. Don't be such a damn fool there, Shawn Fain. You're a moron. That's exactly what's going to happen. The stockholders do not want to take a loss. They're going to want to continue to make more and more. He said it's a choice, and the fact that they want to compare it to how pitiful Tesla pays their workers and other companies pay their workers. That's what this whole argument is about. Workers in this country got to decide if they want a better life for themselves, instead of scrapping to get by paycheck to paycheck while everybody else walks away with the loot. Let me tell you something. If these auto workers can't get by on what they're making, they're doing something wrong. Believe me, something's terribly wrong.
Well, the fact of the matter is they can't go all EV. The technology's not there. Ripping up the earth to get the minerals to do it is not there. The grid can't handle it. So it's a fantasy, but it's a destructive fantasy. And the fact of the matter is, Musk has shown with Tesla, he can make a good car, a better designed car, better than Detroit can. And so they're going to bankrupt Detroit. Already, Detroit's become a virtual ward of the government, having to do things they normally wouldn't do. The 2024, the way you bail out the industry is removing all of these crazy regulations, let free enterprise reign, and the industry will recover.
Something else I found in my research is that the top scale assembly workers earn $32.32 an hour. Also, the estimated hourly labor costs for the Detroit 3 automakers for those workers, including benefits, bonuses, are at an estimated $66 per hour this year. Temporary and supplemental workers make less. They got to consider all the benefits they're making, plus their good hourly wage. So, the UAW, as far as I'm concerned, is just going to destroy the automotive industry when people can't afford to buy these cars. And I think they're being extremely greedy. Now, if you want to see what union heads make, go to unionfacts.com and you'll see the leaders' employees' salaries. You can go through that. Got some pretty good information.
To your counterpart, Jim Farley, CEO of Ford, and he said that if Ford meets all of the demands that the union has, that Ford would go bankrupt. Is that the same case for General Motors?
When you look at the original demands, they totaled over $100 billion. That's more by quite a factor than we've made over the life of this agreement, and frankly, more than almost double the market cap of the company right now. So that's why we have to have a realistic offer. We want to make sure we reward the hardworking men and women of General Motors and the work they do every day, and we think that's what we have on the table.
But is that bankruptcy level demands?
Well, if you, if you're asking for more than the company made, I think that's not a good position.